Welcome back to the Next Human Lab podcast. I'm Simon. It's one of those days where you look at your life and everything seems okay. Nothing is obviously wrong. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're moving forward, at least on the surface. But somewhere inside, there's a quiet thought. I know I can be more than this. Not in a dramatic way, not in a rushed way. Just a subtle knowing that who you are right now is not the final version of you. And Luna is here with me. Have you ever felt that kind of quiet awareness?
Yeah, and I think what's interesting is it doesn't come with pressure. It's not like I'm failing or I need to fix everything. It's more like there's something inside you that knows there's more, and you can feel it, even if you don't fully understand it yet.
Exactly. And today, we're going to explore something that sits right at the center of that feeling. Because most people think, if I want a different life, I just need to try harder. But what if trying harder is not the real issue? What if the real reason you don't become what you want is because of something deeper? Something most people don't even notice. And that something is identity. In this new series, we're going deeper than habits, deeper than mindset, deeper than motivation. We're exploring something that quietly shapes how you think, how you act, and what you believe is possible for yourself.
So this is not just about improving. It's about understanding who we are becoming.
Exactly. Because real change doesn't start from what you do. It starts from who you believe you are. And once you see that clearly, everything else begins to make sense. Let's start with something simple, but often misunderstood. You can want something very strongly. You can want to be disciplined, to be confident, to be successful, to be consistent, and still not become it.
Which is frustrating, because it feels like the desire should be enough.
Exactly. But desire is not identity. And here's the truth most people miss. You don't become what you want. You become what you believe you are. And that difference changes everything. Let's go deeper. Every day, you make decisions. Small ones, repeated ones. And those decisions are not random. They are guided by your identity.
So it's not just about willpower.
Exactly. If someone believes, I'm not a disciplined person, they might try for a few days, but eventually they return to what feels familiar because identity pulls you back. Let's make this real. Someone says, I want to wake up early. They try, they set alarms, they push themselves, and for a while it works, but then they slip back, not because they're lazy, but because internally they still see themselves as someone who struggles with discipline. And behavior always follows identity. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Your brain is constantly trying to stay consistent, not with your goals, but with your identity.
So it's not asking, what do I want? It's asking, who am I?
Exactly. And then it aligns your actions with that answer. So if your identity is, I'm someone who gives up easily, your brain will guide you back to that pattern. Not because it wants to limit you, but because it wants consistency. This is where most people struggle. They focus on new habits, new routines, new goals, but they don't change the underlying identity.
So the change doesn't last?
Exactly. Because it's like trying to build something new on top of an old foundation. Eventually, it returns to what's familiar. And if you're listening to this and starting to see your own patterns more clearly, if this episode is helping you understand yourself in a deeper way, take a moment to like the video. It helps this message reach more people who might be trying to change their life but don't yet understand what's holding them back. And to everyone who's been supporting this channel, thank you. You're part of something meaningful here. Now here's the part that matters most. Identity is not fixed, it is built.
Which means it can change?
Exactly, but not instantly and not dramatically. Identity changes through repetition, through small actions that you repeat until they feel natural. There's also something deeper here. Sometimes people hold on to an identity not because it's true, but because it's familiar.
Even if it limits them?
Yes, because letting go of an identity means stepping into something unknown, and that can feel uncomfortable. But growth always involves some level of discomfort. Ask yourself, what do I repeatedly say about myself? Examples: I'm not consistent. I always procrastinate. I'm not confident. I struggle to follow through. Now ask, who do I want to become in this season? Examples. I am someone who shows up consistently. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who improves daily. Pick one small action that supports that identity. If your identity is, I am someone who is disciplined, start with waking up 10 minutes earlier, completing one small task fully, or staying consistent for one day. So today, you don't become what you want. You become what you believe you are. Here's something to reflect on. Is my current identity helping me grow or holding me in place? Because that question opens the door to change. In the next episode, we're going deeper into something that shapes identity every single day, your inner voice. What you say to yourself and how it quietly programs who you become.
I think what stayed with me is realizing that change is not just about effort, it's about alignment.
Yeah. And once you understand that, you stop trying to force change and you start becoming it. We'll see you in the next episode.